Here we go this time. Pisces. Checking your doubt shadow based on the message from the other being. Replace doubt with reasonable earnest. I'm going to be repeating that 12 times today. Or over the course of the next couple of days. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to get done. I'm already less than half battery. Da-da-da. You might need a recharge. Well, that doesn't count because that wasn't that doesn't count because I wasn't ready. That kind of gives like false start. You might need a recharge because you started something that you weren't quite ready, that you might not have been ready for, or like something was started for you that you might not have been ready for, and you need some rest. Right. Maybe it's not that necessarily that you weren't ready, it was just like you weren't expecting it, and so you kind of like need to take a breather. Let's check your doubt shadow. What do we have? The child that I was meant to be. When I touched that card, I was getting kind of like, it's not that you weren't ready for it. It's just that it came too late. Like, maybe not necessarily too late, but... Well, it was supposed to happen when you were a kid. But now it's happening now. And something about, like, when you're a kid, it's easier to learn things. Like, your brain is more, elastic or something like that, where you can easily adjust. The way that you learn as a kid is different when you're an adult. So, like, if you are not taught fear as a child, then you tend to go about the world with a different perception of things that would make normal people afraid, is what I'm getting. Like, before the world decides to impose their belief system on you and put you in these places of like fearing your own shadow, you maneuver the world in a much more comfortable, a much more authentic place. So whatever this energy that you need to rest from isn't necessarily something that is it's not that it was something you weren't ready for. It was something that was supposed to happen sooner, but you know, with the world and the way things went, it didn't quite make it there. And now it's happening. It's happening now. Better late than never is what I'm getting. Sounds like we're dealing a lot with like inner children and inner selves. Did I say? Yeah. Inner children, inner selves. And the past with all the doubt that's going through the collective. Let's see. Yeah. I'm getting this from, we've got the Three of Pentacles in reverse. And I'm getting, it's not something to be shared. Something is not meant to be shared, but what you need to do is use your discernment at this time on what should be shared and what shouldn't be shared. Because what I'm getting from this is that she's got a sapling that is growing in her hand. And right now, your inner child is growing something. And in this process, it is imperative that you protect it. And I'm being reminded of a dream that I had, where in the dream I was a child and I had hatched this baby owl, And I was carrying it like this in my hands because like my hands were tiny. And it's funny because I cupped my hands and I can feel it. But I was carrying it in my hands. And as I was walking through the dream, there were all of these random people. It was like me, I didn't exist to them. They were not looking at me. They weren't even looking at what they were doing, but they kept reaching out and petting the head of the owl that I had in the palm of my hand, just like she had the sapling. Hold up. So, yeah. I was holding it and people weren't looking at me. They were just reaching out and petting it. And they were petting it so roughly. And it ended up dying. And I was fucking devastated and horrified because I had put so much work into hatching this baby owl and it was destroyed. And then I saw myself later on in the dream. I was an adult and I get sent this gift of this giant cage, this huge, I don't think I've ever seen an owl this huge, even, you know, online or anything. The thing was freaking massive. And I received it from somebody that I was really suspicious of because, like, they did not treat me well. And both me and the owl were kind of like wary of each other. And, like, I could see the way it was looking at me. And I was kind of hesitant about accepting it because it was from someone that did not treat me well. But like when we locked eyes, like fully, we kind of like both relaxed and I was able to like reach my arm out and like have it come out of the cage onto my arm. And that's like this kind of thing that I'm getting. Like it was something that you're supposed to have from a child, but it may have gotten like stopped or whatever it was. And then now that you're an adult, you're getting it, but you're getting it in like a larger form than you may even like have the strength to handle right now. So take time to replenish yourself. I'm also getting that with like the night of, I almost said the night of horses. You could like horses. I'm getting Black Beauty from this horse. But the Knight of Cups. You could be obsessed with the horseman too, of the apocalypse. But that's what I'm getting. Like with the Prince of Cups, like you want to keep this safe until it is stable enough. Your connection with whatever this is, because an owl can symbolize wisdom and various other things, and it might also have a personal meaning to you. But that's what I'm getting. Like you want to keep it safe until, because the connection is very new, whatever this gift is, whatever it is, you need to rest with it and be mindful of who you tell about it. Keep it, I'm getting, keep it secret, keep it safe. The sword is down. You do not want to spread this information right now. You want to keep this to yourself. Like you don't necessarily have to fight or to avoid having to fight. You want to keep this on a need to know basis. You want to move in silence. Flow with how everything's going, move in silence and rest. Because whatever it is it's coming in more, like it's at its full power than if you were to like gradually grow it from when you were a child or from its beginner stage. It's coming in on expert level and you just need to take time for your body to integrate whatever this gift is, because it's coming in way larger than it would have been if you had gotten it from the jump. So it's putting you ahead of where you should be. So you're going to need that time to rest. Anyway, hope